As we return to Philly Sports Spotlight, just a quick reminder that you can catch our show every Wednesday night at 7 at midnight right here on Bounce TV's WMCM 44. Check your local Verizon, Comcast, DirecTV, and Dish Network listings for the correct channel placement. Well, folks, he did it again. Philadelphia light heavyweight boxer Bernard the Executioner Hopkins proved his critics wrong once again with a unanimous 12-round decision over Tavoris Cloud this past weekend. Of course, Tavoris Cloud, 31 years old, Bernard Hopkins, 48 years old. So you see there the 17-year difference between the two boxers. Bernard had a plan going into this particular bout, and he stuck with it. And as a result, the crafty veteran was able to get by the over-anxious, over-eager youngster and come out with the victory, outpointing Cloud on his way to becoming the oldest champ in boxing history.
We knew that a 30-year-old guy is not going to run from a 48-year-old guy, so it wasn't hard to figure out their plan. And their plan, obviously, was to put pressure on Bernard. He's going to throw 1 or 2 punches because he hasn't been active in fights where he got outpointed. And so as I kept my chin down, got hit 1 or 2 times pulling out, which Nazeem always got on me about, even in his gym. I got cracked a couple times. But most of the time, I kept my right hand up, I kept my chin down, and I used my arms for blocking and countering at the same time. To me, the craft of boxing is not wasting punches and getting scored for them. You know, the copy box, you know, a guy threw 80 punches and he landed 10, but he wins the round. But what about the guy that made a miss? You know what I'm saying? Of course, you make a miss, you make them pay, you know, but I'm an old school fighter that have to adapt, which I did tonight, to the new world. I was really wanting to get that knockout or TKO, but you know, I'm not known for that, so I'm not upset that I didn't get it. And I believe that if I'm healthy, if I'm ready to go mentally and physically, I don't believe anybody in the 175-pound weight class, and possibly 168 that I know I can make also, can beat me. I'm doing this from the hard work, honest muscle. Clean. My whole thing is, when you gonna stop? Are you done? I said, no, I'm gonna punish y'all some more. I'm gonna go to 50. I might go to 50. Hey, Richard, listen. I said I might punish y'all. So since you think that I'm gonna leave and I'm gonna go, then I'm gonna drive the nail even further. All right. So I got 2 more years.
He's going to go till he's 50, he says. By the way, Hopkins earned $750,000 for the win, in addition to breaking his own record for being the oldest fighter to hold a major title, which he set 2 years ago when he was 46. Hey, are you ready for some football? Well, I know that Eagle fans are chomping at the bit to see their new-look Birds under new head coach Chip Kelly, but how do you feel about getting your soul on? It's day 4 of Seoul preseason camp, and things are steadily starting to intensify.
Oh man, it's going great so far. You know, we got a lot of young guys here, mixed in with the vets, and it's just about getting acclimated, you know, to the system and how we do things around here. But I think it's going pretty good.
Tiger Jones is a member of the Seoul wide receiving corps, perhaps the most adrenaline-fueled position in arena football.
Oh man, it's fast-paced. You know, the action is right there. You got the fans, like you said, the fans are right there on top of you. You know, it's not a lot of room, 50-yard field, so it's just action-packed. It's a lot faster and a lot more, I guess you could say, exciting, for lack of a better word, because the fans, because they're right there, you know, and it makes for an exciting environment, and that's what we do.
They just have to think their process up. You know, their thinking process has to speed up, I mean, probably twice as fast. They're trying to get to the routes. There's no double moves in our game for the most part with my team. We're getting to our spots. Our yardage are crucial, so we're trying to get to the yardage right now.
Clint Dolezel, now in his first season as the Seoul head coach, served as the team's assistant head coach and offensive coordinator in 2012. But it's now clear, watching Dolezel practice, that he's not only an X's and O's man, but also a teacher of the game, taking every opportunity to fine-tune his team's talents.
Oh man, Coach, he's a perfectionist, man. He played it, one of the best to do it, and he wants it done perfect. And anything short of that, he's not accepting. So we gotta be right.
Oh, sure. I mean, that's what training camp's for. A lot of these guys, we only have 12 guys back from last year. They don't know exactly what I want, the new guys. So every little thing you can see and teach and practice, that's what you got to do.
He even comes into our D-line meeting rooms and he does his teaching. Like, he'll come in, look at the film, and then he'll be able to pick something out in a matter of seconds. And it's amazing to have a good coach like he is. And he's played in the Arena League for a lot of years, so he knows the system. It's amazing.
Marquise Brown played his college football at Temple, so is certainly no stranger to Philadelphia. But as he tries to land a roster spot with the Soul, he's finding out that this fast-paced style of football played in such tight quarters is a whole lot different than what he was used to when he was with the Owls.
It's more physical, as coming from outside defensive end, like a wide nine type, having space, not really having to deal with the tackles. In an arena, you have to be tight, so every play is some kind of contact, no matter what you do, you're going to be having your hands on somebody, and it's a lot quicker. The ball's going to come out faster, so you don't got a lot of time to get to the quarterback. So whatever you do, you have to do it within seconds.
Of course, like any other training camp, things do tend to get a bit regimented. So this weekend, the Soul will get a chance to shift things into scrimmage mode.
Yeah, we got Pittsburgh coming in next week, which is always a good test. They get tired of beating up on each other, after a couple of weeks. So they're coming in next week. We will run, pretty vanilla offense on our side and bring it to them on defense and just see how we measure up to them.
After playing against your own team for a little bit, you don't really want to, go too hard because you don't want nobody to get hurt. But when you see a different colored jersey out there, you're ready to go. It's like a turn on,
So what kind of season can Soul fans expect this year?
Hey, we just out here working hard. And, we got our same goals. We're going to come out here and try to hit every one of them. And we do that by working hard. It's about the process. You focus on the process, and then the goals take care of themselves.
And what can Soul fans expect from you guys this year?
They can expect the same thing that we did last year, success, positivity, we just hard work, a lot of hard work we putting in. I feel like it'll put us a lot of success. Got to go, yeah.
Like I said, this sport is fast-paced and always on the move. And speaking of on the move, the Arena Football League is looking to take its product to Asia.
Yep, they are. It's actually in China, and absolutely. I'm one of the guys probably going to go over there for a couple weeks in October, so exciting times Arena football.
How's your Mandarin?
Awful.
By the way, that Arena Football League venture to China is also spearheaded by Soul majority owner and former Eagle Ron Jaworski. The hope is to launch a six-team, 10-game schedule in the fall of 2014 with teams consisting of Chinese players and Chinese coaches. One other Soul note to pass on, the team has added former Eagles defensive tackle Hollis Thomas to their coaching staff. And Big Hall, first shot at coaching, if you will. Thomas spent 14 years in the NFL, 10 with the Birds, 3 with New Orleans, and a couple of shots at Red Bull with the Panthers and the Rams. We'll be back to wrap up Philly Sports Light coming up, and we'll show you what's going on in this video as 4 members of the PGA Tour get together to get their music video on. Stay tuned.